What's up, everybody? This is Ben with another crypto update. Like and subscribe, all that good stuff. Retweet if you like this style. So, once again, if you're new to my videos, I don't prepare for any of this stuff. This is the first time I'm looking at the charts today. Really looking at them anyway, other than just taking a peek. And so I just kind of talk through it. And Bitcoin, this day of the candle is significant here for a couple of reasons. One, obviously, it bounced finally. I think I tweeted out about how these other candles had longer buyback wicks when they hit this zone, and this one didn't. And so I was expecting another drop down to get this wick, and so we finally got it. It is very interesting to see the level it came to, which was the bottom of this correction here before we went on, to meet more all-time highs. And you can't really get any more cleaner than that. I mean, it came right down to it exactly, and then it's jumped back up into this kind of more longer, drawn-out triangle that I drew. Now that we have more data here, I kind of picked some new points to draw out, just to kind of see what the price action does and see how it reacts to it, see if these are viable lines or not. It seems like so far they are, because we've hit in multiple places. This candle here hit perfectly on it, and then this candle here closed right on it exactly, and then this one opened on it, and we're above. So a little green makes you feel a lot better, doesn't it? But as of now, this is just a bounce. It's a mercy bounce. It's a relief bounce. I'm looking for something in this mid-range to break and flip to support. So I'm looking for this thing to come up and break, get into the 36s and maybe even wick up and get us a retest of this mid-range here for Bitcoin. That's kind of what I'm watching. If we come up and get rejected off of these MAs pretty quickly, then I would expect we're going to probably see more downside, or at least another test of this 28 or 29, high 28 zone here. And then the next bounce, maybe it doesn't break back through here, and then we come down. It's crazy to say that we'd come down and hit 20 grand, but it's possible. I've seen crazier things happen, but I've also seen things turn around and just start going. So I know there's a lot of people right here up here that wish they didn't buy Bitcoin, right? They're sitting up here, and this goes for alts too. So many people bought here. That's all this action shows, that people were buying here. So there's people up here that bought, and they're wishing they didn't. And maybe that's what this is. Maybe this is the place where people are going to be wishing they bought instead of waiting. So what I've learned over the years is, I've made the most money in trading by holding for longer periods of time, holding through the mess, waiting till I've really got substantial gains, and then taking profit from there. And then have been patient to buy back in. Buying the top happens a lot, and if you did it, it sucks, but it's something that everybody does. You kind of almost need to do it so you have that feeling, so that you can, learn from it. But I'm not saying this is the bottom. I don't know. It's cool that it's right here as well. We touched it perfectly with a single touch. And like I said, I'm just looking for a mid-break line here to come up and push. Obviously, if we break through and we break my number, which has been 42 for I don't know how long. You guys are probably sick of me talking about 42,000. But if we break that, then I believe we are on our way again to something special. So, but a little at a time, we'll see what happens when it hits these MAs. If it can break and come up into here, then we're going to run into this 50 MA here, and we'll have to see what happens if it's got enough steam to get up in here and push. I would love to see Bitcoin come up and push 42 again, just like it did here. We got close, We came all the way down here, and it took us days, but we built up enough steam. The problem is there's so many people that are shorting the market here, which is kind of annoying, but it's just part of the game. It's almost like you want to say, if you're not buying it to stay in it, then just get out. Let the bulls get in, and let's let this thing run. But it's part of the game, so just know there's a ton of people that are shorting this area right here. So it's going to take a crazy amount of buys to push through this downtrend here, and then also the 42K area. And if it does, that's just a huge buy signal for everybody. And I would think that the most logical thing that would happen would be for this thing to continue up. But you can see from here, we had a lot of steam here. The volume was pretty good. We were pushing up, but there's just so many people shorting the market right in this area. We just didn't have the steam to do it. So now we've come down lower. We've picked up more buyers, and now we're on our way up again. So I don't want to get rejected here. I want to see this thing push up and try to attack 42 again. So that's what I want to see with Bitcoin. Let's jump over to HBAR just real quick before this thing gets too long. I've got a lot of lower highs marked on here, so it gets a little funky. But I wanted you guys to see the same trend pattern. We are still in it. This horizontal pattern that I drew in a couple of days ago on the video, we pretty much tapped it perfectly here on this daily candle. So it's this white line here. Sorry, this is a bit messy, but it's this white line here. I can get rid of this circle. So this came down almost perfectly to the bottom. We have a really nice buyback wick, and then this daily candle already, which is only 2 hours old, is a nice candle and has pushed back above this resistance line here. You can see we got rejected yesterday, or today. It's actually today. This was today's candle. This is the new one. It's only 2 hours old, but this one was rejected right at this resistance. This one was pushed through, but you can see the amount of resistance that's above. It's just unbelievable amount of resistance with all these MAs, all these lower highs. It is encouraging. I've tweeted it a few times to see when I jump over to like the 1 minute chart just for fun, to see these gigantic buy orders come in that we can. Look at this right here. That's a 1 minute. So that is a single buyer here. There's just no other way around it. And we've been seeing this over the past few days, where these gigantic buy orders come in. And this has to be millions of dollars to make the market move. Let's just look. This one buy order moved the market almost 5%. It's unbelievable amount of money that comes in from a single buy. So it's been encouraging to see that kind of stuff. People are buying at these levels, which is great. But we have got to push through some lower highs and break some lower highs and continue to push up on HBAR. I'm optimistic on it. It has held its own pretty well during this whole awful breakdown that we've seen. It's really held its own and had a couple of dips, but we're pushing back now. You guys know I'm also in Doge. Some of you guys hate it. Some of you guys are in it. So I talk about it just for a minute. Kind of like Bitcoin, as you can see, before its big move up, this is its low, and it came down exactly to it and has tried to push through. I have this downtrend line drawn here on the daily, and I want to see Doge push up into here, get into the low 20s again to see if it can break above this trend line here. Nice RSI oversold elbow here, and so decent volume coming in, but compared to here, it's not even close. So we'll see what happens with that. That's all I got for you. I'm going to be in and out over the next week, so you may not hear a lot of me. I'll try to check the charts every once in a while, but I'm going out and spending some time with the family, getting away for a while, so I'm going to not look at the charts much, which is probably a good idea right now anyway. So I'll try to check in every once in a while. You guys stay safe and hang in there. I know this is rough if this is your first time seeing this and being a part of of a dump like this. It's not fun. Um, but from my experience, and I can't, you know, guarantee this happens, but from my experience, I've always just told myself all I ever had to do was buy and hold. That's all I ever had to do. I could have bought Bitcoin at 20 grand at the last bull run, and I could have tripled my money on this run if I just would have held. So, could have bought at the very worst spot and still tripled my money. So, I keep that in my mind. All I ever had to do was buy and hold. That's it. So, it's kind of my motto. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. 4th of July is coming up. That's probably when I'll actually do a video again, because I'm going to be gone until then. So, you guys hang in there, and peace out. See you.